and his body dragged through the street.
At least 7 suspected militants and 1 policeman have been killed in a raid on an alleged militant hideout in a Tunis suburb. The military operation that lasted several hours comes barely a week after the Constituent Assembly adopted Tunisia's new constitution. The dead, as CFI reports, include a man wanted in connection with the killing of politicians Chokri Bilaid and Mohamed Bahrim.
Tunisian police ended a siege against Islamist militants Tuesday in a suburb of Tunis. 8 people were killed, including 7 militants and a policeman. The group, which has links to Ansar al-Sharia, is suspected of taking part in the killings of 2 prominent left-wing opposition figures, Mohamed Brahmi and Chokri Bilaid, who were assassinated on the 6th of February 2013.
Amongst the terrorists who were killed and who refused to surrender was Kamel Radradi. We confer that Kamel Radradi committed the crime of assassinating Chokri Bilaid for political reasons.
Tunisia's security forces have been fighting and dismantling militant groups for the past 2 years. According to the Interior Minister, 300 members of a network recruiting young Tunisians to fight in Syria have been arrested. 8,000 young men and women are also banned from traveling to Syria on their parents' request.
Elsewhere in the Syrian city of Aleppo, opposition group says at least 15 boys were killed in a barrel bomb attack on Tuesday. Dozens others were attacked and killed in recent days, CNN's Mohamed Jamjoun reports, warning this report contains some deeply disturbing images.
Dread and helplessness in the terrifying aftermath of a bombing. A little girl's body is pulled from the rubble. Scenes like this, too shocking to comprehend, too agonizing to process, have become almost common in Aleppo. The result of barrel bombs, activists and medics tell CNN, though there's no way to independently verify their claims. In the video here, traumatized residents scramble to find survivors. One young girl's legs stick out from the rubble. No one knows if she's alive or dead. Then, a sign of hope. She moves her feet. They dig her out alive. Tragically, activists say, she died later at the hospital. They say this sickening documentation proves yet again how war crimes are committed by the regime of Bashar al-Assad, and that barrel bombs are one of his cruelest weapons. Drums packed with explosives and shrapnel, delivering death and destruction from above. They can level entire buildings with one hit, as activists say they did here in Daraya. The regime maintains that it is only targeting terrorists and rejects war crime allegations. In Aleppo, since Saturday, activists and medics say the bombardment has been constant. Amid the chaos of this scene, the panic as thick as the smoke, alarms and explosions continue to go off. Flames engulf a building as rage engulfs the crowd. Let that son of a bitch Walid al-Muallim come over here and see what he did, screams this man about Syria's foreign minister. Let him come see how women and children are being killed. And then this man, so overcome with anger, he's shaking. Is this your political solution, he asks? Is this the political solution you talk about while Syria is being destroyed? With death all around him, he references a deadlock in diplomacy, peace talks that yielded nothing for his people. As delegations met in Geneva, condemning the use of barrel bombs, activists say the killings continued. Here, the lifeless body of one child is being carried off as another child watches. Women wail in agony, and survivors search for cover, armed only with the knowledge that nothing here can shield them from the hell raining down upon them. Mohamed Jamjoun, CNN, Beirut.
Well, we now take our second break. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Time now for the weather report from the Central Forecast Office.
The source assures us of a continuous flow, and from there, everything follows. And for those of us who know what the River Gambia stands for, understanding its sustainability in all aspects of life is easily confirmed. The River Gambia provides nutritious delicacies as food, while it provides its wildlife a balanced ecosystem. This river, as a sanctuary, is committed to its inhabitants' needs without season. And as you travel along, all these values are replicated in one company, Elton. Just like the River Gambia, leads in its commitment to values that matter most. Elton, championing the vision for a new generation.
Welcome back, and from the weather report there by the Central Forecaster Office, a quick look at our headline-making stories once again. Senior World Bank nutrition specialist Mino Moldasibanda today held talks on investments the bank intends to make in the health and nutrition sectors with the Vice President and Women's Affairs Minister. United States Department of State official Bisa Williams has said that relations between Banjul and Washington are sailing on an even keel. Central African Republic President Catherine Samba-Panza has hinted at the possibility of taking legal action against those blamed for the carnage, saying perpetrators must pay for their actions. And barrel bombs are continuing to rain on civilians in the rebel-held parts of the Syrian city of Aleppo, killing nothing less than 15 boys. Well, that's all in this edition of the news. Thanks for the pleasure of your company. Until then, I am Fatou Janembai, and good night.
The second edition of the Food and Beverage Festival in the Smiley Coast of Africa, the Gambia. Date on Saturday and Sunday, February 8th and February 9th, 2014. The second edition of the Food and Beverage Festival will be happening at the Green Mamba Gardens and Jacarlo Bar and Restaurant in Senegambia. Entertainment will be provided by the King of Kora, Jaliba Kuyate, and the Kumare Band will be present.
Food and Beverage Festival at home 8 and 9 metal
There will be live performances by Gambian artists, drummers, acrobats, singing competition, eating competition, wrestling competition, and many more. Prepare yourself for local and international cuisines, for they will be there in abundance. Entrance fee is only $100. Proudly sponsored by Banjul Breweries and